Friends, standing on the land of Mahabharata, Sri Krishna is giving the knowledge of Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta to Arjuna. That I am not the body. Nor am I a part of the body. I am knowledge. I am the consciousness of this creation. I am everything. I am in everything and everything is within me. As modern science is progressing, it is coming closer to Indian spirituality. Quantum physics has proved that the spiritual powers talked about in the Indian Vedic texts. And what is told in the Indian Vedas is completely scientifically eternal truth. Friends, the principle of quantum physics was explained by Lord Sri Krishna about 5,000 years ago. There are verses 4 and 5 of chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna is unveiling, to Arjuna, the structure of this universe. Sri Krishna says, there is a utopia principle of this entire creation, i.e. to create this entire universe, which includes all types of materials for the use of primary elements. Understanding is needed to create the elements that make up the creator and the observer. Therefore, it is very important for all of you to understand the words of Lord Sri Krishna.
भूमिरा पोंदो वायुः खं मनो बुद्धिरेव च अहंकार इतिय में भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा अप्रेयमितस्त्वन्या प्रकृति विद्धि में परा जीव भूता महाबाहो ययेदं धार्यते जगत्.
Earth, water, fire, air, sky, mind, intellect and ego, these 8 types of elements, from which this creation is made, the source of origin of all these, I am, Sri Krishna. Besides these, Almighty Armed One, Arjuna, I have another, superior energy, which includes those living beings in whom, the supreme form of my Shakti, the life force, which is the cause of life in the entire creation, is situated. By these 2 powers of mine, the entire creation and all living beings are created by it. Therefore, I am the one who creates and destroys this universe, that is, Sri Krishna. Friends, in this chapter, the nature of God and the attributes of God are described, in which many deep secrets and principles of God are mentioned. If we understand in the words of Lord Sri Krishna, then 2 types of nature are mentioned in which Shakti and Guna are mentioned. The physical power of God, which includes the 8 parts of nature: earth, water, fire, air, sky, mind, intellect, and ego. Of these, the first 5 elements are inanimate nature, the remaining 3 elements are located in the body of the soul at the time of life. Their brief explanation is as follows. In the earth, in which all types of solid elements, which are present on this earth, fall in this category. In water, all types of liquids fall into this category. In fire, energy, force and all types of physical entities come under this category. In air, gaseous elements and all types of substances come under this category. In space, vacuum, magnetic and gravitational fields all fall into this category. Lord Sri Krishna has described these 5 basic elements for the inanimate world. The latter 3 elements are responsible for living things, through which our senses, our body, mind and the entire human machine are created. Mind, it is a unit of brain and organs, which determines the desires of the living being. The ability to take decisions related to survival is taken by the living being through intelligence. It is because of the intellect that the living being takes decisions for its own safety and to differentiate between good deeds and bad deeds. Ego is a quality which gives a feeling of one's own existence to the living being. It is the ego that realizes the I within the organism, if the ego is removed from the organism. So, it will be difficult for the living being to know what it is and who it is. If within the living being, the ego is true, then it attains enlightenment. But if this ego is false, it takes a more dangerous form. Further, Sri Krishna says, these 8 elements are the lower nature of God, i.e. also known as Maya or simply Prakriti. Above these 8 basic elements, there is supreme power of God, which in this verse is called Jibhat, that is, the power of life. If we look at this power in detail, so its other name is Brahma, and this is the power of life. which is situated around Lord Krishna in the same way as the gravitational field is situated around the earth. And this Brahma holds the power of life in the entire universe. The creation of the soul takes place only on the surface of this Brahma. The soul, after assuming the body, takes the form of a living being. This Brahma has been described in detail in various forms in the Vedas, Upanishads, and Puranas. Therefore Brahma is an integral part of God, what and who he is. If the ego comes from within the organism, if there is truth. So he attains self-knowledge, but if this ego is false, then it takes a very dangerous form. Friends, at the end of the 19th century, when Swami Vivekananda explained Advaita Vedanta to the world in simple scientific language, it is a divine coincidence that shortly after his speech, quantum physics was born and the world emerged from the science of matter and stood at the threshold of the science of consciousness. That's all for today, friends. We hope you have understood the scientific viewpoint of quantum physics and the things said by Lord Shri Krishna in the verses. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share Sagar Tej's channel. If you have any question or suggestion related to the video, please tell in the comment box. Radha Radha Shri Krishna.